All right, so this is what my desk looks like on any given day when I'm not clean and organized, which here is 95% of the time because I feel like I'm always at it working. I have my laptop sitting there. Usually I'm rendering 4K video, creating proxies. I upload everything to Dropbox. I use Dropbox as like my storage right now. And then when I hit 2 terabytes, I'll get a hard drive. I'll dump everything to that. And I just kind of let it run throughout the day. I have my work computer, my work laptop, and my external monitor. That's where I work from home, do my 9-to-5 job stuff. I have like a bunch of random cables and stuff over there. I have my 2 JBL speakers, which I love. I don't know if you can see in frame, the 2 shelves that are against the wall. I talked about it the other day. When we moved in here, we like kind of underestimated the space a little bit. I thought I had enough room for the desk. It does fit, but it's kind of tight. Right now it's 8 feet long and it kind of extends like 18 to 20 inches outside of that wall down to I think 64 inches, which is the length of this wall. And I'm gonna fit it right against there. I'm gonna take the other piece, I'm gonna buy an L bracket and probably attach it somewhere in the corner for like a little charging station. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll cross that bridge when I get there. Basically, I just wanna get the desk rotated and get all my cable management and stuff set up right now. My neighbor Katie, who lives under me, has the saw and stuff like that, so she's gonna help me cut it. Right now, I have to take everything off of it. I have to flip it, take the legs off of it, just bring the wood outside so we can just get it cut. I'll probably just do a time lapse of that to make it quick, but then I'll show some of the process where we cut it and stuff like that. So, time lapse. Painted with like a matte paint, like with a matte finish, you know that it like scuffs really easily. This is the brand that I bought. It is Sherwin-Williams Showcase. I think it was like, it's like the middle ground paint at Lowe's. It says 1 coat coverage. I think I put 2 just to be sure. That defeats the purpose of the 1 coat, I guess, whatever. And I don't remember the color exactly. It kind of wore off at the top. I think it was graphite black. It was the darkest black that they had. There was like a really big jump between like the gray and the black. There was no like in between, and I just wanted like black versus gray, so I went with the darkest one they had. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through, I figured out that like these microfiber cloths that you can get at like AutoZone, they do the best job at like taking a scuff off without leaving residue. So if you try to use like paper towel, it will leave like paper towel dust in the paint. So I'm gonna go through and do that. I'm gonna try to like get all the scuffs off. Any marks, there's like a couple white spots on the wall over there. I'm gonna just touch those up. Any spots that need to be touched up, I'm just gonna touch up quick. And then we'll go downstairs and we'll cut it in half. So this isn't like a DIY channel, but if you do paint, you do any sort of drywall work, anything like that, these little 5-in-1 tools are probably the most helpful thing you can have. Not only can you open like the paint cans with this edge, but then it has like this little scraper. You can like scrape down any like imperfections in the wall. And then when you're done painting, you use this little rounded semicircle right here to scrape off your roller, get any extra paint off and make it easier to wash. So yeah, these are super handy. I actually used to use these in restaurants. We use these at Applebee's to clean the grills and stuff between the grates, but multi-purpose, I guess. All right, so basically I'm gonna measure the wall and I'm gonna give roughly a 1/2 inch on each side of the desk because I don't want it to like fit snug right up against this trim that I'm not sure is in frame. So I'm gonna measure this out, see what this is. Okay, so it's 65 inches from that back corner to the edge of the trim. I did measure on the floor. I understand that the trim on the floor sticks out this way a 1/2 inch, so I'll take that into consideration when measuring. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is cut the desk at like 64.5 minus the trim in the corner against this wall that I took into account for, and that should give me roughly a 1/2 inch on each side of the desk. Okay, so basically what I'm gonna do is measure out my 64.5 inches. I don't have a T-square, so I'm gonna draw 64.5 from each edge and then connect them across. I also don't have a pencil. Like in this whole apartment, I can't find a single pencil. 64.5 on that side, 64.5 on that side. And then I'm gonna connect them straight across. We'll go outside, we'll cut it, and it should be good. One thing I forgot to mention is I don't have anything to refinish the cut edge. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sand it down. I'm gonna round over the edges just a little bit so they're not sharp. Sand the end down so I don't get any like loose splinters or anything like that. And that edge is actually gonna be tucked into the corner anyway. It's gonna be up against the wall so you won't even see it. And it's really just a temporary fix. When we get a house, I'm probably just gonna repurpose this whole thing for shelves or something like that. Not 100% sure, but I'm gonna have a way different desk setup when we have a house. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna go head downstairs, have Katie help me cut it. I also just got these Godox SL60s recently that are super clutch. I had these crappy little newer LED panels, but this setup is working perfectly. Basically, I just have the SL60 with the open mount bouncing off the ceiling. That's what lit this enough for me to make this. as you saw, we got the desk cut. Thank you again, Katie, for helping with that. I appreciate it. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna put the 2 legs back on in the original holes on this side. Then I'm gonna measure out the distance to the edge, and I'm gonna measure the distance to the edge on this side so I have them lined up equally, so when you're looking at the desk, they're not too far over towards the edge. Now that all the legs are put on, I'm gonna take the desk back into the bedroom, and I'm going to put all my stuff back on it. I'm gonna stop the video for now. I'm gonna go get everything arranged, and then I'll show you the new setup. And yeah, that's it, let's go. All right, I'm done, finished. This is the setup. This is the new space. This is where I'll edit everything and whatever. I don't know. I'm not a setup person, but I'm excited to have like a new area. I like that it's smaller. It's a little more condensed. The cables are a little tight everywhere because I leave my chargers and phone charger and Apple Watch, AirPods, and camera charger on the desk. It's like it's tucked off to the side there, but that's all my chargers and stuff like that, because now that I use my camera every day, I plug it in overnight usually. I'm excited about this little spot because I have like two little like setup options now. So the first one is, and I don't know how this looks, oops. The first one can be something sort of like this. Don't know what it looks like because it's probably super wide. But if I punch in, probably something like this. Not 100% sure, because I do want to do some tutorial things, so what's nice is I can even slide my tripod over that way more and get like this angle and do some like Final Cut, Logic Pro X tutorials. And then the second angle is, oops, facing the wall. Something like this. Not 100% sure on this one either. I feel like it's probably got a lot of the wall in it, and that might be a little blown out. Not sure, I gotta figure that out. Yeah, I'm gonna put some acoustic panels in the corner too, because there's a weird, I don't know, anybody that knows audio, what I did was I took my microphone and I literally just hummed from low to high, or like really low, like and I found the frequency at which it like echoed weird. I don't know, it had like a, I don't know how to explain it. It was literally like, when you hit that, it was 114 hertz. And when you hit that frequency, like with my voice facing the wall, it just was like, whoa, 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 whoa. It had that weird feel. I don't know, probably makes no sense to most people, but if you're an audio person and you're watching this, let me know, because this corner, I know setting up in a corner is probably not ideal. Let me punch in. What are we at, 28? Yeah. I know setting up in the corner is probably not ideal, but I'm working with what I got. So I'll probably throw a couple acoustic panels here, and then potentially one little bass trap in the corner, maybe behind the speaker up a little bit. But yeah, this is the area. I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun to play with. I do have a lot more space now, like I said, so I can set up a few different angles and shoot a few different things. Right now I just have my light bouncing off the wall. Yeah, that's all I got. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Oh, if you have any questions about anything, or if I completely did anything wrong, let me know in the comments. I'm not like a craftsman, handyman by any means. Also, I didn't wear shoes the entire time, so safety first. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Do everything everyone else says. Always be yourself. I had to make sure I had the hoodie on. And I will see you tomorrow.